Hello, in this video we're going to look at the feet. When we look at the different fascial lines in the body, except for the arm lines, all of the different lines of the body start in the feet. We're looking at our deep core line that comes from the arch of the foot along the inside of the leg. Your lateral line, your front line, your back line, and your spiral line moves up the lateral side of the leg as well. Often we put a pair of tackies on, and if we don't focus on the feet, you've heard of pronation and supination, we can often lead to knee and hip issues if the feet are not activated properly and working properly for us. So these few releases are a really nice way to focus on the feet to avoid any issues with ankles, and as I said, knees and hips can also benefit from the activations we're doing in the feet. We're going to either use a tennis ball or a soft reflex ball with the nodules. The other thing you can use is a golf ball or this harder reflex ball, again with the nodules in it. Let's start off extending one leg and crossing the other ankle over the knee. So for this next exercise, you're going to need to spread the toes out, and you're going to bring the fingers in between the toes and just give them a good stretch. Spread them out and really open them up. Circle in the ankles and change direction. And again, a nice, big, slow movement. Focus rather on the size of the circle rather than the speed of it. Loosen up in the ankle, and again, just give it a good shake. From there, I want you to release the fingers between the toes, and you slide the hand and give the front of that ankle a nice stretch. So use the opposite hand. Now take the same hand as the leg and bring the foot into the palm of the hand and pull the toes back. So give the plantar fascia a nice stretch. Pull the front of the foot forward and pull the toes back again. And let's do two more. Forward and pull back. And the last one. Now I want you to hold it in this open position. Either taking your golf ball or your harder reflex ball, I want you to find the plantar fascia. So it's right in the arch of the foot. And you're just going to roll up and down the arch of the foot. And now work in little circular motions, up and down. And release the ball. Let's take the top of the foot into the same hand, and I want you to bring the thumb onto the ball of the foot. And you're going to, almost like you're opening up a book, I want you to push the other fingers under the front of the foot and use the thumb to open up. Now take the opposite hand, and I want you to bring the thumb onto the inside, just as the top, and you're going to push the heel away. So it's almost like you squeezing a rag. You want to rotate it. Just take it as far as you can. Again, small steps, and you'll increase the range of movement. And rotate it the other way. Now take the palm and use it to push the top of the foot forward and the heel towards you. And let's pull it back. And again, change. Just do one more like this. Hold it there, increase the range of movement, and change. Now let's bring the foot next to or in front of you, and you're going to take your softer of the two balls, either your reflex ball or your tennis ball, and roll over the top of the toes, so along those metatarsals, and up the front of that ankle. Don't forget about the top of the toes, just give them a good release. And along the knife edge of the foot. Do the same to the arch of the foot. This time you can drop the knee and use that reflex ball. And here again, we can massage into the arch of the foot and along the plantar fascia, up and over the big toe. Often we see people with bunions, and this is also a malfunction of the deep core line. So this is a great release for anyone with bunions. Quite sensitive often, so just lighten the pressure that you're applying. Let's take the ball and you're going to massage around that malleolus bone or the ankle bone. So nice circular motions. Change direction if you want to. And let's take the ball behind the malleolus or ankle bone and up and down the side of that Achilles tendon. So if you look along there, you're going to massage up and down that Achilles tendon. Let's bring the foot up again and focus on that outside ankle bone or malleolus again. Circle around that bone. Now take the ball and go up and down the other side of the Achilles tendon towards the heel. This is often for runners as well, can be quite tight, so this is a very nice release. Let's release that foot and we're going to go over to the other leg, taking the fingers between the toes. If your malleolus bone is quite bony, then you can support the ankle in the palm and just give it a nice big circle. Spread those toes out with the fingers. Let's change direction. And give your good foot a good shake. Take the front of the foot and I want you to give the ankle a good stretch. Just hold it there. As you're holding it, focus on your breathing. Let's pull the foot back. Take the toes in the palm and pull them back. Increase the stretch into the arch. Pull forward and back. And one more. Forward. And hold it in that open position. Take the golf ball or the reflex ball and massage circular motions or up and down into the arch of that foot. Now we're going to take the top of the foot and the heel and we're going to rotate them like you're squeezing your rag and change. And change. And again we change. And change. Let's take the foot and the softer ball and roll over the front of the foot, over the toes and the metatarsals. The front of the ankle and the knife edge of the foot, as well as the inside of that foot. Let's bring the knee open and go around that ankle bone. Change direction if you want to. Let's roll up that Achilles tendon. Let's bring the foot back up and over the outside of that foot around that ankle bone and change direction. And up and down that Achilles tendon. Now I'm going to come up to standing, and I want you to focus now on balancing. So you're going to take one foot behind the other. Often in this position, people turn the back foot out or they turn it in. I want you to focus on keeping the feet lined up, and you should feel the ankle, especially the back ankle, kick into action. It looks very simple, but it's actually quite a challenging balance. And you're going to hold it there. While you're holding, focus on the breathing. When we're in a standing position, we want to focus on our posture. So we want to relax the shoulders and keep the chin lifted so you're activating the glutes more easily. If you're in that rounded posture, it's harder to activate the glutes. Now I want you to point that foot, the front foot, out to the side. And we're going to rise up onto the ball of the back foot and then go out. So on this foot, you want to focus on strengthening into the arch of the foot. So it's important to stay on the side of the big toe. Slide it up and drop down. Up and down. Another two, lift and lower. And another one and lower. Let's take that foot behind and focus on your ankle at the back. Remember to squeeze the glutes and look ahead. Focus on that support from the back ankle. Hold it and focus on your breathing. Now we're going to take the front foot out to the side. Remember to stay on the ball or the side of the big toe, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Lift and lower. As you lift, breathe in. As you drop, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Keep going. Another two and release. And another one and release. Bring the feet side by side and just rise up and down onto the balls of the feet. So really giving the ankle a nice bit of a workout. Now keeping the heels where they are, turn the toes out and rise up and down again onto the balls of the feet. So in that turned out position. Let's bring the feet parallel again, so slightly wider apart this time. And then the last one is turning the feet in and lifting and lowering. Before we finish, I want to show you two different pieces of equipment that can also be used for releasing the feet. A weight bar will also work, or the broomstick, this wooden broomstick I've got. And this is a tool often used for strengthening the wrists. So it's a nice foam density tool. we're going to use that under the foot. So either working with a broomstick or the weight bar, bring the toes onto that and roll under the foot. Again, nice and slowly. This is a very nice release, again, for all the lines of the feet. Let's do the same with the other foot, and roll back. Now we can take both feet onto the broomstick, and you're going to hug it with the toes. And then I want you to slowly start inching yourself forward around about the central part. You'll find it's very sensitive. Walk up so the heels are on the broomstick, and then just slowly inch your way back. Again, hold onto that broomstick, hug it with the toes, and lift and lower the heels. This is a very nice release and ankle stretch. With the wrist tool, we can just roll and repeat. This one will definitely be a little bit more challenging on the left, but a lot gentler on the walks. And take it back. And that is a nice release for the feet. And once you've done that, put them into your tackies and you're ready for a run.